How's it going, my road bats? Video here. Let's see. That's junk. That's junk. I think they're both aluminum, so I'm going to take them off. But here we go. New light. It's out. When I had a blowout, it ripped those wires off. So I got myself set up with just about everything I need. I hope so. And then wire strippers, crimpers, white and black wire. Let's see, what did I get? I got 16 gauge. That might be 14. I'm not 100% sure, but this one's probably 18. I don't know. So we'll have to figure out which one of these to get. Most likely it's blue because I did it before with blue. So let's try to do this as fast as we can, or in multiples. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see how this works. Can you see anything? Oh, wrong way. There we go. Maybe something like that. I'm going to start it. The easiest way I know how is just clip these ends off. Boom. Start fresh. Boom. Let's go ahead and start with 14. Alright, 14 worked. 14 worked. Here's the tricky part, shrink wrap also. Before I go and do anything here, I need to put the shrink wrap on first, the heat shrink, like this, before I hook them together. And sometimes it's better to go ahead and do this so you don't forget. And I might put 2 on that side. So let's see here, try to hurry this process as fast as I can. Oh, I only have 2 blues left, or 3 blues left. I only be left with 1, so I have to buy these again. This is a connector here with heat shrink on it also, to do everything possible to keep out moisture because it corrodes. Then we'll use the crimp tool. I crimp them twice. And then give it a little test. Going as fast as I can here. See if I can get this thing to work. Flame. See if I can move it a little closer so you can see how it shrinks up. Now, because I want to connect it later, I'll heat it down again, but this is just to start with. I hope this is fast enough for people to watch it all the way through, or I might have to cut it down. I'm not sure. So just to show you here, real fast before I change it. See how there's a wire here, and then there's this. Well, it only goes in halfway if you've never seen them before. It only goes in halfway. A good thing to do is get a little 1/4 of an inch part there first to start off, so you don't have too much there. And then see how the crimper looks. There's the one closest to the, I don't know, to the right or the left, the bottom, whatever this one is, the bottom, and then the tougher one right there. So that's just how I do it. I go about half, a little bit close to halfway. I crimp it down with that. Takes a little bit of force, and then I go ahead and use the other one. And the reason why I like the extra heat shrink is because when you do the other one, I don't know if you see that little notch there, it might make it so there's no heat shrink there, so that might be where water comes in. Some people use heat shrink and electrical tape. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but you see that, and then I go ahead and test it. And these things, you just run that right around till it shrinks up on there. The object is not to make a flame, but sometimes a little flame will pop up. So there's that piece. So what I'll do next, I'll get my white wire. I'll run me a piece like something like that. I am wasting wire, so because it's more important that I'm in a hurry than it is really to save the wire, like every little piece of it, you know, every foot, because if I cut it too long, I have to cut a little bit of waste off. But anyway, see what's happening here. And this one says it's 14, so I'll do that the same. Go straight to the white. Go straight to the white. Sometimes you twist it to make them feed in there a little bit better. There we go. Now I'm about a 30-second too long. I don't know if you can see, it's a little too long, so I'm going to cut it off. There we go. I'm hoping you can see all this because I'm really working maybe a little fast and not explaining as much as some people might want. I'm not checking the video as far as what's great and what's not great. Trying to keep it good. Some of these melt here and are solder. I don't remember if this one is, but it's always good to go ahead and heat it up, see if you can get it to solder. It looks like maybe these are. I was just looking at the package, so you can see I slid this up here over this. I'm going to shrink it again. A lot of times start in the middle and work your way out. Sometimes you need to let it cool a little bit before you start yanking on it or anything like that. So I'll go straight to the other one as it's cooling. So just kind of 14 is what it says, about that 1/4 inch. Boom, there you go. Get it into the connector. Crimp it down about middle. Get that second one right on top of it. Keep this thing down. Start shrinking it. Maybe better to hold it this way. Another trick, I don't know if you can see the flame, but right where the tip is, the blue flame, right where that tip is the hottest part. That's where you need to try to get these flames. That's another tip. If you don't know that, if you've ever had trouble getting something hot, that's another reason why. So I'll try to get this one down through here like this. And this might be cheap heat shrink, so it's not working as good as I want it to. So next time I'll try a different brand or something. See that wet light from the rain we had? I just drove in it a couple minutes ago. See if this filament one has a positive or negative. I don't really think it matters. Not with a filament LED, it might matter. That will run this through. I guess I could have done it easier and ran it the other way, but I wanted to check the light out. Always good to get the wires kind of in their normal orientation so that they lay or lie in there well or good. You know, all those good things that some people are very interested in. Another trick here, this is the sticky side. You always put the sticky side like this where your thumb's at, and you stick it like this, and then you can roll it around like this. The reason why I'm doing it is the heat shrink. All of this moisture is snow and ice, just to try to keep it out. I mean, I don't want to have to come back and do this later. Part of the reason why I go a little overboard on some of these. And then when you tear this thing off, hold both sides, tear it like that. Another trick is take the end, the sticky end on my thumb there, and you just twist it over one time and then stick it. That way if you ever need to unwind it, you can find the end. A couple little tricks like that you know, just trying to show everybody the little tips. Some people maybe have never done these types of things, and sometimes it's the little thing like this that prevents you from having to rework it later. And so that can be a big help sometimes. So this one's going to be the hard one. I don't know if you can see. You can't see it. Alright, well, I'll stop it there and give you another one here in a minute. You know what it is. Try the alternative, and this will be part 2 that's coming up next. This is part 1.